Good morning, y'all. So a lot has happened since that last little clip you saw of them bringing the building. That week, actually, Ben had just had a major sinus surgery, had basically his nose inside and outside reconstructed. That was a wild time. They brought the building, set it up, and then he has been, since he got recovered, working every waking moment on something to do with this building. There was so much to accomplish to get this thing up and running. If you haven't heard, there's this little thing happening April the 8th called a total solar eclipse, and we are in the direct path of it. So that has been our goal, is to get up and running before that occurs, before that week, because we're going to have an influx of people and it would be a great start to the market. So we have a lot of things going on out there this morning. Electric crews, there is sheetrock crews out there. Ben has done as much of this as possible himself, but there's just some things you can't do yourself. So got a lot going on. I'm going to take you guys in there later today and show it to you. I want to tell you more about where we got it and just about the building itself and all the plans. So I'm going to let them get finished and then I'll take you guys out there in a little bit. So you can see my little makeshift market in the garage there. It is 6 at night and I'm going down here to change the closed sign out with the open sign. I've been doing this in the garage for a few weeks. It's went well. I'm hoping that as we get in the market, it's down here closer to a pretty busy highway, as y'all have heard all through the years, the traffic in the background, that people will see this market better than trying to figure out where to go in the garage, and that it's just going to be a really great adventure with this market. So gonna change this out and then let's go inside. So we really shopped around with, we considered all the options. We thought about building this thing ourselves as a stick built, like you would build a house. We thought about doing that completely ourselves. So glad at this point we did not do that. We're just not able to at this point in our life, and keep all the other things going too. We also considered having someone else build it, and we got a quote on that, and your quote might be more because you're probably in a more expensive area than we are, but just for like a 600 square foot, like kind of like an outbuilding, basically, it was going to be $60,000. We about croaked. Then we also considered having like a 600 square foot metal building built that would have been sitting where this is. We almost pulled the trigger and went with that. It would have been really cute and sturdy and just lots of pros. But one major con was it was actually not any bigger than this, actually a tiny bit smaller, and it would have been permanent because it would have been, you know, built here to stay. I'm not saying you couldn't tear it down, but you definitely would have a harder time reselling it than you would something like this. This is 16 by 40, 640 square feet. You can see it is up off the ground, just like a mobile home would be, just like a house that's built up, you know, has a crawl space under it or what have you. So that's how this is. It can easily in the future be sold, and we could expand and build something bigger. So we did this with growth in mind. Let me show you the inside. So it may not look like much at the moment, but this is literally such a dream. It's coming together. This was a portable building, and you can see it is looking more and more like a market. We had this design specifically, and we actually got this through Bald Eagle Barns. In fact, there's a little plaque right up there above the door. This was built just a couple hours from our house, and I just couldn't recommend them enough. From the moment we stepped foot on their lot and we started visiting them with them and designing this ourselves to the moment that it was here was probably only 3 weeks. So it's probably kind of echoey sound in here, but we designed this exactly like we wanted it. We have 2 windows on the front. We have double doors because we're going to be bringing big things in and out like freezers and coolers. We have a window down on that end. The one that we looked at on the lot actually had a roll-up garage door. You could do that, but we wanted a window so we could see our driveway and see, you know, when customers are pulling up and what have you. Also with the thought, you know, if we ever did a drive-through like coffee window or something, not sure that that'll ever happen, but we have a window down there. We're actually also putting in a bathroom in here. So we've got it started down there. I'm gonna bring you guys back in here when this is further along and show you all of it, but it's really getting real. You can see down there, you can see the pole for the electric. They came today and set that. Ben has done so much work himself in the last couple weeks. He has, you know, with the help of friends, obviously, you can't do anything on your own, but good people coming along beside us and helping us and letting us like borrow equipment and things like that. It's been awesome, but he has definitely worked his tail off. We tried to do this without cutting corners. We tried to do this right and do it the first time right. We have a septic system back here for the bathroom. I'm also gonna have a sink behind my checkout counter because I'm gonna be making coffees and things there at my checkout counter. I'm gonna have like a mini coffee shop in there. I love coffee. It's one of my, I've drank coffee since I was like young. I have memories of going to my mama's house and drinking more sugar and milk than coffee, but thinking I was drinking coffee. And so coffee is a huge passion of mine, always has been. And so really excited to have that in there. You can see a little bit down there, the electrical setup. Ben did a lot of that. He roughed in the electrical and he's helped with the plumbing. We did get someone to come help with both of those to make sure we were doing them correctly and to do parts of it. But I just can't brag on Ben enough. He has worked and worked and worked. And I can't brag on Bald Eagle Barns enough either. I would 150% go with them again if I was gonna get another outbuilding. You could live in this thing. It is so nice. I can't wait for y'all to see it when it's completely done. And so that's the progress for today. We'll go back out there another day, hopefully another day soon. Okay, y'all, it's market day. Things are rolling here. The first probably 2 weeks of us having the market delivered, things were just hopping. That was the beginning of March. Now here it is, the middle of April. We've kind of taken a stall. We got to the point in the process where, sorry, my garage is so loud. Market day here, so I'm out here in my garage getting lights turned on, all kinds of stuff. But the first couple weeks flew by. Then we got to the point that we were dependent on a lot of other people and things just had to happen in order, so we did a lot of waiting, things like that. That just happens when you're building or doing anything like this. But yesterday was pretty monumental. We got all the freezers and coolers, I need to do some straightening up in here now, out of the garage and taken out and down to the market. Wound up having to take the whole door off, the whole door frame. Here's Ben right here, working hard. Had to take the door off of the new building. We got a double door. We got the biggest one they made, I guess, and still wouldn't fit. So anyway, could be a blessing in disguise. We had a small water leak through the caulk, so Ben is fixing that, putting more caulk on it as he puts it back in. So it's all gonna work out. He literally lost sleep over thinking about getting those freezers and coolers into the market. So that part is done. We had to put a little section of floor. I think I might have showed you that earlier in the video. I don't know, but a little bit of the floor so that we had a bunch of friends, bunch of guys come over, help us get those in there. They're very heavy, and get them up onto the flooring without scratching it. Because when Ben and I picked them up, it was an old Dollar General that was going out, and it was trashed. And so we were able to just kind of scoot them in there, and can't do that here because we've got brand new flooring. We would just be tearing it up. So had to get them up onto that section, but we didn't want to have to scoot it across all new flooring across the market, if that makes sense. So we just put a little section down. Now we've got electrical people here, a great friend helping us with that, and Ben's working on flooring. Lots of things, lots going on. I cannot wait to show you all the final result. Still trying to operate this market here in the garage. For a couple weeks, I had tons of produce. I was able to source that it's a distributor that gets it from surrounding states and here in Arkansas when it's in season. I've kind of slacked off on that because we're trying to get moved. It's just more to move. I've got 2 fridges out here, just little fridges. One that we bought used, one my mother-in-law gave me that's, I don't know, 40 years old or something, but it is still kicking. And those are stuffed full of milk and eggs and all those kinds of things. So just rocking along here, waiting to get in there. Should be literally any day, and then I can really start stocking the store and bringing stuff in without it being so much work of moving everything back and forth. Because like I'm making bread, I've got bread baking right now, but I can't leave it in my garage. This is not mouse proof. That building is mouse proof, they guarantee it to be. So I can leave like food and things like that in there, whereas now it's just all a lot of work. So looking forward to that. Kind of tired and just ready to get it done, be settled, and be able to open a couple days a week and it not be so labor intensive. So I'll keep you updated. All right, we're making progress. About to take you in here for an update. We're not done, but we're getting there. We're about to put a porch and a roof, and we're gonna have black underpinning down here, finish insulation under there. But we've already redone our stairs, so they'd be wide enough for people to go in and out, or just people to, both doors don't have knobs as you can see, but just for people to like step off to the side and let someone pass. So anyway, let's go in here. We've also got a window unit, an air conditioning unit. We're gonna put what's called a mini split in here. It'll be our heat and our air, but we've got a professional coming to look at that. That's one of those things we thought about doing ourselves, and we thought about, because these freezers and coolers put off some heat, we thought about going a little bigger than what it said we would need for this square footage. Just a tip, we contacted someone we trust that does that type of work. He was not trying to sell us anything because he couldn't even do it. He didn't have time. But he said one thing to consider is you could start a mold issue. So DIYs are great, but sometimes you really need to call someone who that's their profession and is more of an expert in that area than you are. So anyway, let's go. It's not all done in here. In fact, there's quite a bit left to do. We're working on trim right now, just different things. There's several things left to do. We've got to finish out the bathroom. It's not complete. Like I said, the porch, trying to think what else. There's a few things left to do to call this complete. I love my little light up here. So excited. It's looking really good in here. We've just got the final push to go, and then we will be complete in here. We can get it all set up. Okay, y'all, today is the final day. This has been finished for a bit. I want to take you in here in the market and let you see what everything turned out like. Sorry if I look a little crazy. I've been working outside and it just hit me. I've never shown y'all the finished product, and so I want to get this video out so you can get a look at what it turned out like. I love it. I love, love, love that light up there. I get so many compliments on that. And that was one thing when we went and picked out lights. I said, I want that light. I know it's ridiculous to love a light, but I love it. It just kind of sets off the vibe in here. We filled this up with all kinds of things. You can see these are Mrs. Wage's spices and pickling and canning mixes. We have a table here that we fill with produce. We're not open today. I'm actually preparing to be open. We have our freezers and coolers in here. I'll take you over there and show you what all we got. I'm baking like crazy. I'm baking traditional sourdough. This is a sourdough that's really soft. People have went crazy over this. This week alone, I'm baking, I think, 30 loaves of it or something, and we won't be able to keep that. We're also bringing in some products of things we don't have, just like some, you know, snacks and jerkies and dairy products and things like that. And we're getting those through a company called Walnut Creek. They're an Amish company that I really like. I just really like them, everything I've looked into about them. So using them a lot. We've got like some snack foods and things. We got shelves here. Also bringing in some sourdough tools. So I've got like this scraper. I've got this little whisk. I've got some of these. I'm just slowly bringing in things. This is my favorite knife for cutting sourdough. It makes it so easy. We're also milking. We're trying to do as many things as we can ourselves. We're milking, but we're also bringing in milk from Ozark Mountain Creamery. That's just over the border in Missouri. We've got a little coffee station set up over here. You can see this was a bar that was in my house growing up. It was like our bar that we sat at and ate and visited and all the things. Ben has completely redone it. It looks completely different. He just sealed the top of it a couple days ago. I love it so much. It's got so much sentimental value, as well as I like the way it turned out. So got my little coffee station, got a sink over there. You can see the blue tape still on it. We're still ironing everything out. Got shelves here with honey, jellies, more Walnut Creek items, some of our items, tallow balm, whipped honey, all the things. We've got freeze-dried sourdough starters, shirts and hats. And when it's market day, right now I'm open on Fridays and Saturdays. I will have homemade sourdough cinnamon rolls. We'll have chocolate chip muffins and blueberry muffins, just all kinds of things in here. We'll have this produce table full. I'm in here today actually working to get prepared for market day because the 4th of July weekend's coming up. It's gonna be wild. So we've also got all of our freezers and coolers. This is full of pork. I'm about to get busy restocking that from our big freezer. This is working actually. This is the one that went out, but it's working. I just don't have beef in stock. So we've got beef coming. We've got chicken going to the processor next week. We did one batch. There's 350 of them. That's just gonna go as far as it goes. And then we're gonna have turkeys as well. So those will be in the fall. So we will have these full. So like if you wanna plan a trip to see us, late summer or fall, if you want a turkey, it'll be a great time. Also, we don't have brats and things right now. Brought in some brats, brought in some dairy products, that's our eggs. Brought in some Amish butter. Oh, that is so good. We got our milk, and then tomorrow I'll get a milk delivery. I'll have probably, by the time I open the market, I'll probably have 20 to 30 gallons of my milk plus milk that we brought in. So that's it. I'm gonna kind of turn you around, pan around, and let you just kind of see it. I love the walls. Turned out they're a really light blue. And then this floor, this actually came from Sam's Club. But I'm gonna turn you around and let you see the whole thing. And I just hope you guys plan a trip to come see us sometime. Like I said, open on Friday afternoons and Saturday mornings. And we'd love to see you. I feel like this is the epitome of a dream we have had for a while. This is going to be Ben and I's retirement plan. And so hopefully one day he'll be here and we can work full-time together, doing all the things. Right now we're kind of running this like a farmer's market because we're the farmers too. So we're trying to do all of the cows and the pigs and the chickens and cutting and baling hay and hauling hay and just all the things, growing the gardens. We're actually about to get another greenhouse. So I hope to be able to stock this with our produce and maybe open a little bit more than we are now, but maybe like an early day in the week and then the weekend so that we can sell produce and stuff fresh out of the greenhouses and out of the gardens. But yeah, so really pumped. I think this is gonna be a great little market. I hope to bring in things from other people in the community. We're just now getting going, so I'm just now getting to that. I've also got like Squisito olive oils in here. I don't even think I showed you those. I've got like our local coffee roastery. It's called Ozark Coffee. It's famous. It's shipped all over America. I'm stocking their coffee because they're literally 3 miles down the road from me. And I love their coffee. So that's my dream too, is to be able to bring things in that we need that also helps someone else. It's such a ripple effect. It really is when you try to do like a community market. So hoping to be able to do that. Thank you guys so much. I feel like I owe you guys so much for this market, because you watching our videos, not only just watching our videos, but the encouragement you've given us over the years, we wouldn't be to this point without you. And so I hope you know that this is part of your market too. And I just want to say thank you. I'm going to turn you guys around and end with you seeing the whole thing. I'm going to show you the outside too, but next week we're having a porch and underpinning put on it. So it's even going to change even more. We're just constantly going to be doing things and making it better and better. So I'll try to show you that when we get that done. Thank you guys, and we love you very much. God bless.